Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. Today is July 19th. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our H.O.O.D recovery services. I'm looking forward to doing your spiritual principle a day in a meditation for July 19th. If you need to reach out to me, please do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and share the screen and get into your spiritual principle a day. Tempering willingness with humility, page 208. Each member finds a level of service that fits comfortably into a balanced program of recovery. It works, tradition one, applying spiritual principles. Each of us contributes to NA in ways that fit our lives and abilities. As home group members, we show up early and stay late. As sponsors, we demonstrate love in action. We're elected to serve in various positions established by groups and service bodies to support our primary purpose. And we bring the spirit of service to our lives outside of NA. Giving back is an expression of our gratitude and a big part of our identity as individuals and as a fellowship. Service gives us purpose and helps us find our place in the NA community. But our commitment to helping others can skew our perspective at times. In the service equivalent to having eyes bigger than one's belly, we can be tempted to pile too many commitments onto our plates. We might find ourselves neglecting our families and step work in favor of service to others. Our willingness to serve can outpace its usefulness for any noble reasons and a few lousy ones, like avoidance, hubris, and a desire for control. We learn to be realistic about our limits, allowing humility to temper our willingness. It gets easier to ask for help and to recognize when saying no is the right thing to do. One addict shared, when I see someone being a commitment hog, I know their heart is in the right place, but they're not doing themselves or us any favors by taking on too much. Our challenge is to moderate our willingness with some humility. Too much of this good thing is a bad thing for this addict and for those who have to deal with me. To balance our enthusiasm, we also become willing to consider our limits. We face our limitations collectively and as individuals. Time is not infinite. Our skill set are not comprehensive. Sometimes our needs and passions simply exceed our aptitude and energy. We find ourselves willing, but not quite able to meet all the demands or notice the price we're paying as we try to do too much. Honesty helps us to recognize reality. Humility allows us to ask for and accept help. I will examine the portions on my service plate and temper my willingness with humility, sharing the blessings of service with others. Isn't that a beautiful spiritual principle? Willingness and humility. They do go together because you can be very willing but not able. You know, when people said, may I do something or can I? You probably can, but may you is different, right? Because we need to consider our aptitude and our energy in any decision that we're making. Am I really able to take this on and do justice by it? Or am I like a jack of all trades? I'm going to take it on because no one else is doing it and it needs to be done, even if I do it with a messed up attitude because I'm angry and resentful that all these other people come to this meeting and they don't do any service, but they expect this meeting to be open on time, to have coffee ready. You're doing too much. Sometimes an area needs to lose a meeting if no one is stepping up to the plate to do the service. One person cannot do all of it. It's not even recommended. It's not even recommended that a person do the same thing for years. In a spirit of rotation, it's more important to have other people step up and so that you can stay fresh and stay encouraged and motivated about your recovery, not bogged down with all these service commitments. It's very important. This isn't just for you. This is for me as well. And I have some things on my plate, but all of them are not related to service in Narcotics Anonymous. The most important thing I have going on in my life is my family. The second most, well, I would say God first, but then my family and my education, then my job, the work that I do. And Narcotics Anonymous is in there, but it's not, it doesn't own me. I do these meditations because I want to, right? And at any point in time, I decide I don't want to, I won't, right? I do it because it's joyful and it brings me happiness to be able to sit down. And can I tell you something else that this does? Because I really was a little bit hesitant about getting into doing another podcast in regards to the spiritual principle a day in a meditation, because it means that I have to just take that much more time in my morning to try and get it done. And I always feel so bad when I don't get it done until late in the day. But you know what? I decided to do this. This was my vision. This was my dream to do this. And I do it because of the lesson that I get from it. The Just for the Day NA meditation was talking about dreams and how lost dreams awaken and new possibilities arise, right? I've always been interested in radio. I've always been interested in acting, drama, speaking, orating perfectly, debates. I've always have been interested and have done it. It wasn't until I got much older and started having a family that I stepped away from my strengths. But guess what? This other dream that I have laid, and it's tucked perfectly in a container. I've laid it on the back shelf for so long, is a daily meditation for Christians. And all I need is like a few more months of writing, and the book will be complete and I can submit it for editing. I started that book in 2008 in Kenya. And I get these phases in my life where I'm like, why isn't your book done? Everybody else is producing their books. Why? Oh, because I'm waiting on the Holy Spirit to show me what to. No. I dropped the ball. And I dropped the ball because there were so many other things on my plate. And there's still a ton of things, but the things on my plate today are more lining up with the things that I actually want to do in life. And by coming in here, doing these meditations, I think I started in, I don't even know what month. I want to say March, the second week of March. If I had been writing on my book the same way that I'm doing these meditations, my book would be done. And I am tickled pink how sometimes we can put service to others above service to ourselves. For me to finish my book means that I will be a millionaire, right? For me, the level of information in this book that I'm writing, if you've enjoyed any of what I'm doing, it's turned up by 10. The notch, the quality is turned up by 10 in the book that I'm writing. So it's kind of interesting to me because it feels like God tricked me into serving others for me to be able to get the awareness. If you could do this every day and now you're doing it twice for 2 meditations, what about your own? Why not allow your own material to be worked on? every day. And I just want to say to you that I hope you don't get the impression that I'm coming across like a big I and a little you. I'm talking to myself. I'm teaching myself. I'm enjoying what I'm getting out of doing these meditations, and hope you come along for the ride. I noticed that some of you, you like and you love the meditations, but very few of you are actually listening to them, right? Because when I go back to my channel, it tells me how many views I've had. And I share it with way more people than the views that I get. And I get a lot of hearts and a lot of likes. And I'll get in here and be like, yeah, my views should be up, and they're not. So I know that you're just liking them because you love me. You like the ideal of what I'm trying to do, right? But to actually come in and to listen is such a blessing to the people that actually do it. And I thank God for the people that just happened across my channel, because it's not a big channel, right? The viewership is not huge at all. I can count it on one hand, but I want it to be more. And I know that if I'm consistent with the things that I love to do, I'll get better at it, but also God will make the way. My gifts will make room for me. And I believe that with everything that I am. Lost dreams awaken and new possibilities arise. So this service, this willingness is tempered with the humility and awareness of knowing that I can only do so much in a day. But the things that I am doing today are the things that I love to do. And it's fueling me with the energy to turn back and serve myself and go back to the lost dreams of having my book published. Right? I had a mentor, I would call him a spiritual father, really, offer to publish my book. And I know long as he has breath, when I get that book to him, it will be published. But it needs to be edited completely. And the person he recommended does not have time for a little old girl in Michigan. Right? I stopped asking because I know that God would make a way for the editor to come along as I put the finishing touches on. So I'm going to be using this spiritual principle a day and just for today in a meditation about dreams today to fuel myself to do what I've always dreamed of doing. I've always dreamed of having a book signing at Barnes and Nobles. I've always dreamed of having a Christian library. I've always dreamed of having a coffee shop that gave honor to African Americans. And I think maybe we had a coffee shop open. The owners were Black, but it ended up, not. It was beautiful. They had, spoken word poetry nights and stuff like that, but it just didn't last, right? And I thought to myself, they're doing what I want to do. That's fine. But actually, they weren't doing what I want to do. They don't have that vision that I have about what it should be. And so I just want to tell you, I'm so encouraged. I hope that you're encouraged by today's meditation on the spiritual principle of willingness with humility, right? And that you will apply it in your life and use that energy to foster the things that you have always dreamed of doing. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm looking forward to telling you that the book is complete, because I want this. Yesterday's meditation and this meditation are two meditations that I have to put in my file of meditations that have affected and changed my life for the better. I hope that's for you too, because the main thing is that you come away from these feeling hopeful. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed your company, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.